편하게. Huh?
Hello, guys. Who is your favorite blonde Korean American? The answer is me, AleXa, not Jae. Not Jae, sorry. But yeah, hi guys, it's AleXa, and welcome to How Did I Get Here? Where we live our best lives on the internet and come out on the other side knowing more, but not feeling all that much smarter, if you get what I mean. I am your host today, AleXa. You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome. So, before we jump into today's show, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast, leave a review. I don't know if the grading system is like stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain? Those kind of happy face things, but whatever it is, leave 5. Leave the biggest happy face. Leave whatever many most points possible is. Yes, thank you. And do not forget to subscribe on YouTube to youtube.com/dive studios. And also, share with your friends, like, favorite, all that good stuff. Smash that like button. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, and don't forget to follow on Instagram and Twitter as well with The Dive Studios, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're this show's first sub-host.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a first takeover.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How does it feel?
좀 부담스러움.
It's okay. It's a lot of pressure.
A little pressure, but I'm sure I can try to live up to my 6 foot.
He's 5'11".
5'11".
He's
okay.
5'11".
Well, I'm 4'11", so there's only a foot distance of space for me to fill. So, okay, Jay, we'll see what happens. I'm coming for your job. But all right, so today, the first segment we have today is Just Look It Up. The question for today is artificial intelligence, AIs, real? ? End quote. I mean, yeah, AI is a thing, y'all. I mean, we have things today like Siri. We have things like OK Google. We have Alexa. No correlation there. Even like that one robot, Sophia the Robot. That's a thing. Artificial intelligence is completely real. So we're going to jump into what is artificial intelligence? And today AI is generally thought to refer to machines that respond to stimulation consistent with traditional responses from humans, given the human capacity for contemplation, judgment, and intention. Such systems have 3 qualities that constitute the essence of artificial intelligence. Intentionality, intelligence, and adaptability. We're gonna find out more and click this link here. Hello? Yes, that is how this works on Mac. I do not own a Mac, so this is
before you even go really into it, for those who might have, for whatever reason, this is their first episode ever of How Did I Get Here?
Okay.
And they haven't seen the 2 past wonderful episodes you did with Jay. And they don't know who you are, why AI would have anything to do with you.
Okay, 그럼 I will do a little bit of a 자기소개 here. So yes, as I said, your favorite blonde Korean American is me, AleXa. You're like, AleXa, who's that? Hi. So my name is AleXa. I am a solo artist under ZB label. I debuted last year in October with my song Bomb. Had my comeback recently in March with my song Do or Die. And what do these songs have in common? Well, my current concept I am promoting is AI, actually. So that ties in with today. Hello?
여보세요?
누구세요? That ties in with today wonderfully. But yeah, my concept is AI. So the fact that we have this as a topic today, it's kind of, the flavor is there. Artificial intelligence. It's such a broad and unexplored concept, thing in general within the K-pop world. So the fact that this is my concept, there's much that can be done, much that could be spoken for, and much to learn about today, ladies and gents. So, there, now we go. Okay, wonderful. Oh yeah, right there on the front cover, it is Sophia the Robot that I just briefly mentioned. For those of you who don't know, Sophia the Robot is a robot with artificial intelligence who has a human-like face. It's kind of uncanny valley kind of stuff, but she can respond to conversation, which is mildly terrifying, but that just shows how far technology has advanced. Let's see. Okay. Well, this starts out saying few concepts are as poorly understood as artificial intelligence. Opinion surveys show that even top business leaders lack a detailed sense of AI, and that many ordinary people confuse it with superpowered robots or hyper-intelligent devices, just like in that movie I, Robot, if I'm correct, with Will Smith. That movie scared me. It still scares me to this day, low-key. Hollywood helps a little bit in this regard by fusing robots and advanced software into self-replicating automatons, such as the Terminator's Skynet or the evil HAL, yes. Seen in Arthur Clarke's 2001 A Space Odyssey. Oh, it is HAL, isn't it? Yeah. Which goes rogue after humans plan to deactivate it. The lack of clarity around the term enables technology pessimists to warn AI will conquer humans, suppress individual form, and destroy personal privacy through the digital age in 1984, the book that we all had to read in high school. If you didn't, then you are lucky. Man, but no, I would agree, though. I feel like the opinions that most people have about AI tend to be like, oh my God, technology gets too smart. It's going to take over the world and humans are going to be goners. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I'm not denying that there's no chance of that. But I don't think we're there yet. I don't know if within my lifetime, however much longer I've got, however far technology will advance, but it's possible. But I don't think we're there yet. Let's see. Alan Turing generally is credited with the origin of the concept when he speculated in 1950 about thinking machines, in quotes, that could reason at the level of a human being. His well-known Turing Test specifies that computers need to complete reasoning puzzles, as well as humans, in order to be considered thinking in an autonomous? What?
Autonomous.
I know that's the word. Autonomous. Autonomous. Good morning. Good morning. All I had to eat was a bowl of cereal this morning, so we're running on that. Autonomous matter, yes. Basically, the Turing test is to see if machines could replace humans or trick someone into thinking responses came from a human. It's like when you try to log on to something and it like gives you this car picture. It's like, which one of these does not have a car?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the Turing test, but like...
But it's also the way like people will be like ask Siri questions.
Exactly.
And Siri is like programmed to respond in a certain way sometimes as a joke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to ask my Siri certain questions to which it will not respond. So I'm like, I see how they programmed you.
We're still not there.
We're still not there yet. But eventually we'll get there and Siri can tell me what I want to have for dinner tonight. Okay. But yeah, let's see. How strong is AI now? At the present time, even an embodied system displaying the overall intelligence of a cockroach is proving elusive, let alone a system that can rival a human being. The difficulty of scaling up AI's modest achievements cannot be overstated. Bingo. 5 decades of research in symbolic AI have failed to produce any firm evidence that a symbol system can manifest human levels of general intelligence. Yeah, that's terrifying. I still do believe the robot apocalypse could happen before any kind of like zombie apocalypse or like volcanic lava apocalypse or anything like that. I think the robot apocalypse is more likely at this point, but right now I do not think robots could replace humans for everything at the moment. But let's see, 7 types of artificial intelligence on Forbes. Let's check that out. Let's see. Artificial intelligence is probably the most complex and astounding creations of humanity yet. I would agree for the most part. And that is disregarding the fact that the field remains largely unexplored, which means that every amazing AI application that we see today represents merely the tip of the AI iceberg, as it were. Great metaphor. While this fact may have been stated and restated numerous times, it is still hard to comprehensively gain a perspective on the potential impact of AI in the future. The reason for this is the revolutionary impact that AI is having on society, even at such a relatively early stage in its evolution. My brain put a word in there. I'm not really an AI. I would have read that perfectly otherwise. Let's see. AI's rapid growth and powerful capabilities have made people paranoid about the inevitability and proximity of an AI takeover. I feel like I can't talk about AIs without this being brought up because I feel like that is a common fear that we have nowadays in the digital age.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen iRobot?
I have. I saw it whenever it came out, I believe, when I was
like
a wee
years
lad.
ago.
Yes.
You called yourself a lad.
When I was a wee lad. Oh, but a wee lad, yes.
A wee lad. Like, how inevitable do you think it is? Because as they said, like we barely can mimic the intelligence of a cockroach, nonetheless a full functioning human being. Because an example is the Google cars, the self-driving cars, which kept crashing because it couldn't adapt to human error.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot how bad the Google cars failed. Oh my gosh. No, that's true. I mean, looking back, like, I'm sure. When did iRobot come out? Hold on, I gotta find this out.
Yeah.
iRobot. I was gonna say debut date. Release date.
That's a group name.
Everything is like.
That's like when your company releases their boy group. Oh. Sorry, it's mine. We said it at Dive Studios.
새벽에 들어보셨나요? iRobot. No, not the Roomba. This is telling me about the Roomba. Well, the Roomba came out September 2002, in case you guys wanted to know.
Wow.
No. Oh, wait, it's sold by a company called iRobot. That's why the Roomba is made by iRobot.
Oh.
Incredible. So maybe
is that the first line of attack in the Robot Wars? It's a bunch of Roombas?
Can you imagine?
I'd be scared.
You come home and it's like all these Roombas are stacked up. All right, we have received orders to kill.
Oh my God. Wait, 1 Roomba, not that scary. 5 Roombas, still not that scary.
12 Roombas.
50 Roombas?
50 Roombas.
That's terrifying.
It is. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Roomba came out 2002, but the movie iRobot came out July 30th, 2004.
Wow.
So 2 years later, I bet they were like, okay, there's this company called iRobot, and they make little vacuums. What if we
made a movie with Will Smith?
But instead of vacuums, it's like humanoid robots, and we get Will Smith. How about that? And they were like, yeah, sounds good.
Oh my God, I hope they got royalties.
But back to the 7 types of artificial intelligence. Yes. Let's see. Where are the types? Give me the types. Okay, so the first is reactive machines. These are the oldest forms of AI systems that have extremely limited capability. They emulate the human mind's ability to respond to different kinds of stimuli. They do not have memory-based functionality. And then there's second type, which is limited memory. Let's see. What can I summarize this up with? Let's see. In addition to having the capabilities of purely reactive machines, these are also capable of learning from historical data to make decisions. Okay.
So would that be the driving one, do you think? Is that the kind with like the Google car? Because Tesla cars drive themselves now. There's cars like the Lexus that will park for you.
Right.
You know? How much do you trust those cars?
I mean, don't planes run on autopilot sometimes too?
Oh.
So, I mean, if I can trust an airplane,
I don't know how many stop signs there are on an airplane. I don't know how many highways they're joining on in the sky.
You make a valid point.
There you go.
Valid point. I don't know. I mean,
do you drive?
I used to back in America. Yes, I did.
Okay.
But not here. Traffic scares me. A little scary. But yeah, no, I think that those cars are the limited memory kind. And then the third type we have is theory of mind. Let's see. Theory of mind, AI is the next level of AI systems that researchers are currently engaged in innovating. A theory of mind level AI will be able to better understand. Hello? Can I read? To better understand the entities it is interacting with by discerning their needs, emotions, beliefs, and thought processes. Oh, that's... Theory of mind AI. So they're the ones that are like capable of understanding humans, essentially.
Oof.
It's not gonna give me nightmares tonight. No worries. Fourth kind, self-aware. This is the final stage of AI development, which currently exists only hypothetically. Self-aware AI, which self-explanatorily is an AI that has evolved to be so akin with the human brain that it has developed self-awareness. I don't even think I have self-awareness half the time. Creating this type of AI, which is decades, if not centuries away from materializing, is and will always be the ultimate objective of AI research. Oh my gosh. Let's see. This kind of AI would be capable of having ideas like self-preservation. Well, that's terrifying, which may indirectly spell the end for humanity.
Woo!
Love that.
What kind of AI is AleXa?
Me? I think the one with the limited memory. I think that's what I am. Like, you think I learned by now, but like, if I turn the sink all the way to the hot water when I'm washing dishes, inevitably I'm gonna get burned. I still do that. I don't learn. So, it's limited memory.
Yeah. So, well, because your concept for your music and stuff like that is really high concept, yes. So like, how much thought process went in before you debuted it, and how did that thought process change after? Like, were there things you guys added onto the idea, seeing how people reacted to this and that, or like, did you have a set path as you went?
Right. So before debut, we had so much conversation go into this. Like, one of my staff members actually lived with me for like 2 years, and so she studied me. How I react. I was in a field study. But no, basically, she kind of took note of like what I liked, what I had interest in, how I reacted to certain things, like, I guess, behavioral patterns. If I am an animal in a cage, then yes, behavioral patterns. And that kind of tied into how we were going to drive this concept. And in regards to the AI, like, thing in general about it, I mean, with the debut song, I think that Alexa is the limited memory AI mentioned here. But with my comeback, she's turning into the self-aware AI. There's an evolution going on there. So if you haven't watched the first music video and the second one, there's a storyline. Last part of the comeback is going to be the third and final chapter. This is not 3, that is 4. Third final chapter of this little AI bomb segment we got going on. So
so is the concept slowly winding down and then you're going to transition to something new?
See, that's the lovely thing about having an AI concept. Because it's such a broad spectrum, there's so many things you could tap into because it hasn't been widely done yet. So while this first chapter for us with Bomb, Do or Die, and then whatever the third little song, I forgot what the word song was for a moment. Wow, incredible. Whatever the third song is going to be, that's going to tie up this first like dark chapter of my AI experience. But because my intelligence can exist in this universe, we have a multiverse spectrum plan. So while this AI exists here, the intelligence could simultaneously exist in a different plane somewhere else, thus presenting different concepts. So,
big brain.
Thank you, Zane and Bros. Thank you, ZB Label. Thank you, Angelina Foss.
Kentucky.
She and Mayra Naba are the masterminds behind this. So shout out to them.
There you go.
What's the fifth? Then there's artificial narrow intelligence. Yes. Yes. And then there's artificial general intelligence. And then there's artificial super intelligence. Man, the moment Alexa reaches that, it is game over. Dang.
You know those memes of like the brain just like exploding into euphoria, like Nirvana? That's going to be Alexa's like final
reaching
music video.
The super intelligence, yes. Oh my gosh.
Supernova in the mind.
Oh my God.
Now, would you say as like just like everyday real life, you know, not the idol, but like the real person?
Right.
How savvy are you with tech and stuff? You know, I mean, obviously we've seen with the MacBook, but if you were at home with your HP, you know,
I mean,
how good are you with tech and stuff?
I mean, I'd say I'm relatively tech savvy because, I mean, my dad, he did stuff with computers all the time whenever I was growing up. So he taught me and my brother how to like work routers and everything. Like, my brother actually built his own computer not too long ago. So I was like, what? I can't do that. But like when it comes to like figuring out how the internet works and like how to do different functions on phones and stuff, I can figure out that at least. Like anybody that remembers Neopets, Neopets, whenever your pets could have their own pages, I did my own HTML coding.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was dedicated. I was
sorry.
I was dedicated. And back when Tumblr was a thing, I did my own HTML coding for that.
Wow.
But if you ask me, do I remember how to do that now? Odds are no.
Wow.
But I'm relatively tech savvy, I'd say. Relatively.
What was your what were your page themes that you'd make then?
That's a great question to which I do not specifically remember. But I do remember that for one of my Tumblr things, it used to be the thing on Tumblr to have like a music player going on. So I would like figure out, like I would be typing away the coding, like, okay, do I want to have it placed here or up here or here or at the bottom of the screen? Do I want to have it like scrolling by? And like, I remember like just figuring out where to place my music player and then which custom like mouse icon to use. That was a big thing for me.
The most coding I ever got into was for my MySpace layout. And it was just a picture of milk repeated over and over. And I could not tell you why I did that, why I thought that was so aesthetic. But I wasn't in 6th grade. I was not in 7th grade. I was a high schooler. And my background was just a jug of milk. And I don't drink milk. I'm dairy free.
What's good? Dairy free?
I'm not lactose intolerant. I just don't. Oh. I try to not consume dairy because in general it's not that good for you. But
what now, Mom and Dad?
I remember one time a boy I had just met, I saw him comment on someone else's MySpace page saying, "Why is it all milk?"
Why is it all milk?
Why is it all
so greatly disturbed by this? Why is it all milk? I mean, it's aesthetic, I guess. It's aesthetic. I mean, we all saw that one Britney Spears album cover a long time ago with the cereal and milk on the floor. I mean, milk can be aesthetic.
There you go. But I mean, I just gave you the Alexa's next concept.
Milk.
Milk.
I'm so horribly lactose intolerant. Let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe she can adapt.
Okay.
So, ladies and gents, my friends everywhere around the world, what have we taken away from today's TED Talk? Yes, AI is real, but not in the way that like the media and like movies tend to like portray. Like we're not there yet to where they can take over humanity, but that's not to say it's not possible. So we're going to be checking out some questions that you guys actually have prepared for moi. So let's jump right into that, shall we? Let's see, this is from a Discord user, Kaya. Please forgive me if I say your name wrong. I'm assuming it's Kaya. What song of yours is the most personal or precious to you? I mean, I don't have a super broad discography at the moment, but I think because it is my debut song and that's kind of what catapulted me to where I am now. The song you guys just heard, Bomb, actually. I think that's my most personal and precious song. And also because the English version, yes, there is an English version. I wrote the lyrics for that. So I kind of take a bit of pride in that. So Bomb out of my songs is definitely my top tier number one. Chef's kiss.
How far into like when did your songwriting journey start? Because I think a lot of people talk about your dancing and obviously how you're a great dancer and you have a long history with it. But for you, like when did your journey with songwriting really begin and like where did it seem to take off a little more?
Let's see. I mean, songwriting, so to say, I don't really know how to produce or compose anything. I would like to learn, but I've been doing lyric writing and like poetry since I was a wee lad again, because my dad was actually an English professor. That's the second time today. Ooh, put a little counter. How many times does he say shush? English professor whenever he still lived in New York. He was a college English professor, I think. Yeah. And so at a super young age, he taught me like prose, poetry, like meter, rhyme, and that kind of stuff. So translating that into when I got a little bit older and I could understand my feelings and manifest them into writing. I've been writing for a really, really long time. Like I have journals full of it. I have documents on my computer full of it. And now in my creative career itself, I have my notes on my phone are chock full of lyrics that nobody has seen. But who knows if those will ever get out there. But yeah, I've been writing for a long time.
Is it easy for you to like share those kind of things though? Because, you know, there's a lot of people who do it too. But I guess it's that extra step of like basically exposing yourself and like sharing it, even when it's just like maybe just in the writer's room, right?
Right.
And it like, are you at a point where you're comfortable enough where in a work setting you can be like, here are my lyrics, you know, here are my emotions and stuff?
Yes and no. Because I hate to be that person, but like, you know, my writing tends to be like, when I'm in like the deep dregs of my emotions. So it's like, okay, let me put all this heavy stuff out here on the table. But like, you know, if people would be like, hey, can you write like lyrics about this topic? I'd be like, sure thing, definitely. And would I share my deep personal lyrics to people? If people are willing to listen and would not make fun of me, then yes. But yeah, I mean, I would. If given the opportunity, then yes.
Yeah, you shared those poetry and Tumblr posts. I just know it. If we look it up, if we find it,
if I could
in the archives.
Oh my gosh, in the archives, yes, definitely.
.tumblr.com/archive.
Man, I haven't been on Tumblr in forever.
Right?
Forever. It's been ages.
I used to spend like 10 hours on it during the summer. You know, when you like don't have to go to school, I would just be scrolling. But now it's not even on my phone.
Character development.
There you go.
Character development.
All right.
Let's see. We have a second question from a Discord user, Han. Let's see. Do you plan on making any new dance covers soon? Oh, fancy you say that. I can't tell you what because it's a secret. But there is stuff in the works. We are cooking stuff up in the kitchen. Keep your eyes peeled because there's stuff coming out and it's quite the cover. If I do dare say so myself. And now I think I overhyped it. Oh gosh, what have I done? But yes, there are covers coming out in the future. Keep those eyes peeled. Yes.
Where should people be like subscribed to? Like where will they be able to actually see it once it comes out?
That's a great question. If you want to keep up with my shenanigans, you can find me on YouTube with AleXa ZB Label because that is my company. Let's see. My Instagram is AleXa_ZB official. Twitter is AleXa_ZB. And TikTok is the same as my Instagram. Word. And also Zany TV. There's contents on there from my company. So yeah.
Is that where you went fishing?
Oh my gosh, the fishing thing, that is from the live stream I did. There's stuff to come. There's stuff to come. Please keep an eye out on my channel for that.
There you go. All right. Yes. Well, is there any other like coming works or more recent stuff that people should definitely check out in the meantime?
Let's see. In regards to what's cooking in the kitchen, there's many things being cooked. We have some appetizers, some hors d'oeuvres. We have the main entree. We got some desserts. Everything's being made. Do I know how to cook? No, but my company does. So there's stuff in the works. Can't say what, but there's stuff, and that's what's important. The fact that there is stuff rather than the absence of. So I will see you guys in the very, very near future with that stuff. So again, eyes peeled. To those of you watching and or listening, do not forget to send in your questions with hashtag HDIGH. I can't spell HDIGH. How did I get here? And let us know what should be our next big question to search. Do not forget to check us out on IG and Twitter at The Dive Studios and YouTube, which is just youtube.com/Dive Studios. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a review for this podcast. Again, leave it 5 stars, 10 out of 10, happy face, whatever the highest thing is, because I'm trying to do a good job here. Again, I have a foot of space to live up to, so please make it look like I did the job well. Thank you. But yeah, until then, I will catch you guys on the flip side. So, peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy that content? If you did, there is more. Please download the full podcast on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dive Studios. Don't forget to turn notifications on to hear and see all your favorite clips as fast as possible.